Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world, wherever you are watching this very program from. I welcome you to this very platform. Please, as you join, try to connect to others and let everyone join. Make sure you participate on the comment section. Help us to like and share this program. Share to all platforms, share to family and friends, share to everyone that is close to you. Let us all engage in this radical evangelism to preach the gospel of Biafra. Remember, in this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come here to preach hate. What we do is to bring the truth before the whole world, to state the true situation of things in Biafra land, and to say what is happening in the contraption called Nigeria. This is Biafra Exodus Hard Talk TV, a place where informations are decimated, information that has to do with the restoration of the independent state of Biafra, informations coming from the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, Mazi Simon Ekpa, informations that are coming to the whole world about the restoration of Biafra. In this platform, we make it easy and simpler for you to understand what is going on in the contraption called Nigeria. I welcome everyone you. And today is the 24th of May, 2024. You are welcome. I appreciate you. Like and share as you join. Today we want to speak more about the restoration of the independent state of Biafra. As you all know, the restoration of independent state of Biafra is on a high level today. It's at the peak. You can no longer deny the fact that the restoration of Biafra is coming. The contraption called Nigeria and their government can no longer deny or pretend it is not happening. Today, international medias are coming in. Today, the US media is coming in and every one of them is falling in line. Just as our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekano prophesied. He says, when the time comes that we are not going to beg them to report what is happening in Biafra land, they are going to come by themselves to seek the report. Today, international media are keen in. You can see them coming in to interview our Prime Minister time and time again. And as we speak, Biafra is on international stage and no media can walk away, including the Zoological Republic media. We have seen most of their press speaking about Biafra issue. We have seen most of their press releasing information that has to do with Biafra at all times. The time has come for Biafran people to be free. And I'm going to read out one of the updates that is coming from our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa's platform. It says, breaking. The Biafra Republic government in exile represents a major part of the ongoing narrative of Biafra mission for independence. At the base of this government in exile stands Simon Ekpa, a figure whose leadership has sparked both admiration and controversy. As an entity, a government in exile often surfaces when a national group cannot exercise legal and sovereign authority over its homeland due to occupation or usurpation. The Biafra Republic government in exile claimed to uphold the political aspiration of the Biafran people, primarily those in the southeastern and some part of south-south Nigeria. Biafra territory is the old eastern Nigeria. This is it. More of this is going to be coming. You are going to hear more of this kind of news coming because the hour has come. This is a US media that is writing. And today, they finally understand that today, the man that is holding the banner in charge of the restoration of Biafra today is Mazi Simon Ekpa. They have recognized that the old southeastern region of Nigeria is about to go. They have recognized that Biafra that we're talking about is not just the 5 states that they chose to be the southeast. It has been recognized that the southeast means the old southeastern region, which is today the present south-south, southeast, with the lower Benue and lower Kogi. All these are facts that the Biafra Republic of exile has been able to put through and push it to the wall for them to begin to use the right language. And I bet you, as we proceed and we walk towards the restoration of the independence of Biafra, more is going to be happening. More is going to be happening, and you must pay attention to every single information that is coming, because it is very important and you are going to learn a lot from it. And as we speak, there is a release of statement from Biafra Republic of Exile. It says, press conference, briefing as Biafra government drags Nigeria to African court in Banjul. Biafra Republic Government in Exile hereby invites representatives of the media to cover the first ever press conference by the government, which will be held tomorrow, 24th May 2024, being today. 24th of May, being today. You are all invited, all the media. The aim of the press conference is to formally address Biafrans, governments, international organizations, people of the world, and civil society organizations regarding the communication of the Biafran Republic government in exile to the African Commission on Human Rights and People's Rights. Date 24th May 2024. Time 7 p.m. Biafran time. Location Zoom. All the media are invited to this very press conference. Very, very important. Do not miss it. If you are a media mogul, make sure you'll be there to get this information very clear, because a new nation is going to be born, whether the world like it or not, whether the West like it or not. That new nation is going to be born, and our Prime Minister is going to make a strong statement on this. So wherever you are, try and key in and join on that very press that is going to make today. Every Biafra must key in into that press briefing that is going to take place today. You must key in. Anyone that is in the media that is hearing this very information, try to key in so that you can hear directly from the Prime Minister when he is going to pass the information officially. I urge everyone to continue to participate. Biafrans, we are going. There's no doubt if Biafra will go home or not. It has been signed and sealed that Biafrans are going. It is sad that even in the present situation, the United Nations is ignoring Biafra. They are ignoring Biafra, which is a failure on their own side. Biafra that have lost 5 million people, of which about 3 million of them are children who were starved to death. They don't care about it. But instead, they are cared about few people. And they're making noise about few people. That is up to 8,000 something. But we are talking about 5 million people. They don't care about it. They don't mention about it. But they are busy talking about other issues that are irrelevant. Biafrans, our fate is in our hands. Only us can redeem ourselves. Nobody can do it. And we must rise up now, not tomorrow. We must rise up. They continue to push their propaganda and blackmail using their military. And I'm going to share with you one of the propaganda they have been pushing for a long time. You know, these people are still afraid of mentioning the Liberation Army. We have said time and time again, there is nothing like ESN nor unknown gunmen when it comes to Biafra Republic of Exile under Master Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. Our Commander-in-Chief, Master Simon Ekpa, claims responsibility for every single thing that the Liberation Army does. But yet, the Nigerian government have failed to recognize. They are still depending on their own propaganda and their own militia that they formed. They continue to report on non-government and continue to report the ESN, which they themselves formed, not the ESN of Mazen Nandekana, because the ESN of Mazen Nandekana have been collapsed into the Liberation Army, and the Prime Minister made it clear to the whole world. But these people will never, ever recognize the Liberation Army. Instead, they are preferring to use the propaganda that they have prepared for themselves This is why we tell you that these are the people who are causing the insecurity in Biafra land. The government of Nigeria are the ones causing the insecurity in Nigeria. And I want you to hear what the Chief of Army Staff is saying. Most of those is lies, talking about impossibilities, plans to kidnap Mazi Simon Ekpa, which will never ever happen. Mazi Simon Ekpa has not violated any law. He is obeying international law, and the government of Biafra in exile stands on legality. This is one thing they fail to tell their citizens. But I bet you, let them continue to push their lies. We are ready to face them. Listen and hear what the Chief of Army Staff is saying. The lies that is coming from him is unbelievable. And watch the kind of videos he's using. Those he's showing there are not the Liberation Army. The Liberation Army, we know them, we know their uniform, and we know our own. Let's watch and hear what he had to say.
Let's talk about the Southeast. We have a peculiar threat in the Southeast. Some people insisting that no one should go to work on Mondays, and they've been killing soldiers, especially. How do you assess the security situation in the Southeast relative to the capacity of the armed forces?
Yeah, you know, the Southeast has its own challenges because of, again, the nature of the terrain. The terrain plays a vital role. You know, it's thickly forested, so it affords you, somebody can, and then you just be passing by, and then so it makes it a bit more difficult. Even with your air, in fact, it makes it difficult more with air. Even when you fly abroad, ahead, you hardly can see anything. So that makes it extremely, so we have to fine-tune the training of the troops there to jungle warfare. And jungle warfare has its own different challenges because you cannot use a lot of equipment they're using. You have to go fully dismounted. And because, again, those are their own areas, a lot of advantages they have that they've built up within. But we are getting so much, successes are really very encouraging. What is going on in that area is purely criminality. And I can tell you, when we've entered the bushes, what you see, I want Nigerians to understand that it is, you see them killing, dismembering, removing parts of human beings. You see a lot of vehicles that they just see a vehicle, catch a person and just kill him. There are a lot of graves all over, scattered all over the places. You will see corpses, skeletons. It is just simple madness. And they do, you know, we see a lot of rituals. They do a lot of human rituals within those areas. So it is much, and that's why it's important for us to be able to follow up again the leadership, especially this Simon Ekpa that is in Finland. That is causing this a lot of problem by his comments. The federal government has taken that up with the Finnish government on the need to be able to curtail that, and then we're also following through the cyberspace to be able to address those issues. We are seeing people that are also sponsoring them. There are a lot of people that are sending funds to them. We are aware of that. We are profiling them at the right time. All of them will be picked. International organizations have, especially the US and the UN, are aware, and they are going after them. There are a lot of them in the US and Europe. They are contributing money to what is going on in that place. And so all of them will be both within the local area. So like I said, it's basically acts of criminality. The people are, and then the issue of drugs. You know, this is why NDLA2 is doing a great job. We need to take drugs out of our youths, because that is aggravating what is ongoing on those general areas. But we are working very hard. Troops have gone back in again. We're clearing the whole area to ensure that we get them. So we want to encourage people. And of late, we have had some of them too that are also willing. They are tired. They are also saying that, look, they want to, you know, they want to come, but they have commanders that are making money. You know, this issue of money, that is what is actually, if you watch the entire country, all these issues of criminality rolls around money. People feel once they make money, they can get away with anything. And that's what was encouraging them to do. And so that's why it's important for us to encourage good governance. Because if local governments are working, for example, it makes it a lot easier. We also want to encourage the federal government for us to have a comprehensive census. If you go abroad, you commit an offense, it's 50-50 chance you'll be arrested. They're not using witchcraft. It's because they have data. We need to build that database. If it is comprehensive, wherever you are, once you are cited or your signature is seen anywhere, it's easier to track who did this, where, and how. So that's why we want to encourage issues of things like having a comprehensive census for Nigeria, so that it will assist the security agencies in performing their work.
What is the extent of the Army's investigation of the killing of his officers and men in Okwama.
Okwama, yes, we have just, I think the report is just in. We're going through the report in Delhi. It's again acts of criminality. We have cultists, those guys are into sea piracy, into illegal oil bunkering. So they've been able to